Welcome to our first episode of our 5-day in-home kitchen cabinet spraying process. We decided to start a podcast.
Yeah, start a podcast and just basically to get to know more intimate on our process, our coatings, our
I'm
mindset,
so sorry, sis. Hold on. Okay, Google. Volume 2. Sorry. Yeah.
our mindset, and how we run our business, and
Yeah.
just kind of talk about.
I know I really want this to be like a channel where refinishers and painters can kind of like see and hear us talk about our week. Because every
Yeah,
week we have
exactly.
4 cabinet jobs and we come across so many.
Every month.
Yeah, every month we have 4 cabinet jobs and we come across so many like new obstacles.
Yeah,
And sometimes it's hard to share it
It
on
is.
our Instagram because
is.
we're trying to run a business or we're trying to promote ourselves as much as we're trying to give you guys good content and
Value.
learn. I think that's the reason why we did a workshop too. So how about we,
yeah.
what do you think we should talk about first? The workshop, how that went?
Yeah, I think that's a good topic.
Yeah.
The workshop was really something else. It was very memorable. It was we had an amazing time experience with each and every one of you, from Boston, Portland, BC, Toronto, Montreal. We had people from all over come join our workshop, and we had
That was overwhelming.
yeah.
Man. That was really overwhelming, like to be honest, because I never thought that we would get this far. As much as it was amazing to meet all those people, it was a very special day for us because we
Absolutely.
we worked so hard to get to this point, and to actually share that with people like face to face.
Absolutely.
That was yeah. What was your favorite part of the workshop?
Oh, just meeting everybody and really trying. It felt good giving back, sharing as much knowledge to others, and the whole experience was great. Whole experience was was something to remember, and can't wait for the second one. Can't wait for the second one.
Yeah. We have yet to confirm a date and organize all that. It's hard. It's hard to organize all that, man.
It is. It is
Like,
a
while
lot
we're
of.
trying to run a business and we're trying to.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids. Well, like here,
Yeah.
I want to tell you a little bit more about me for those who are like seeing me for the first time.
Yeah. Tell us about yourself, Natalia.
Yeah, my name is Neftali Zalea. I'm this guy's younger brother by like 1 year. And I went to study at Immaculata High School in Ottawa, Ontario. That's where I went to high school for 4 years. Then I went to Algonquin College in Ottawa to study marketing. After that, I left. I was like, you know what? I'm out of here, man. Like, I didn't want to. I don't know. There was more to it. I didn't want to just be another cookie cutter kid through the system, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to move to Santa Monica. Long story short, I got a lot of work experience there. After a year in Santa Monica, you came to live with me there.
Yeah, for about a year.
And then we had so much fun. That's another podcast.
Yeah.
How much fun we had.
Definitely.
Then I moved back, and then that's where I started my business in 2018. And now it's 2023, and things are great. So we just want to kind of pour out. I want to pour out, and I want to share everything that I know because there's not a lot of people sharing their secrets or what they know. Because when we started, if someone was doing a workshop in our city when we started, I would have went ASAP.
Yeah,
because we had
absolutely.
to figure this out from scratch.
From scratch.
Aside from refinishing, like sanding, all that basic refinishing stuff, we had to learn this system and how to market from scratch. I'm 30 years old, but I honestly look younger than I look. So you can imagine how much I struggled when I was 25, 26, trying to run a business and close jobs. No one's gonna give it to some kid that looks like he's 25.
No one's gonna teach you how to do that, and that's
all
why
these older guys telling me like, wait, reference, wait. I'm like, forget that shit, man. I can't wait. I need to make a living. So
exactly.
I had no choice but to implement my marketing. But anyways, that's
yeah.
Me. What about you? Tell them about yourself.
Yeah, I'm 32 years old.
I'm gonna turn down the volume. Okay, Google.
I'm 32 years old. I have 2 kids. I'm married. my life is great. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah, I wanted to know about like where you went to school, what you studied,
Yeah,
because
what I studied,
yeah,
yeah, I went to school in Ottawa. I studied at Algonquin College. I took electrical engineering technician technology, and I worked in my field for 3 years. Then, decided that I couldn't do the 8 to 5. You kind of had to sell your soul a little bit to the, to another, you know, as an employee. And that wasn't for me. Our father has been in painting for over 30 years, so we
yeah,
always had a taste of what it is to kind of work on your own and look at our dad and see how he does it. So definitely that has a big impact in my life. And yeah, and after that I decided to do painting 100%.
yeah,
And me and my brother started working together as a business. And
yeah. We
then
first started
we
together.
shortly found out that we were better off ourselves and kind of managing our own businesses. So we branched out,
Yeah,
and after from working with our father, we branched out and we kind of did our own thing. So yeah, that's pretty much a little bit about myself,
yeah.
just a little bit.
But what made you? Because there are a lot of painters or refinishers that grew up like us. But
Yeah,
then there's some people that are seeing what we're doing and they're thinking about getting into it. So
yeah,
how did you transition from having a stable job, everything benefits, like you had everything,
yeah. I had everything
they
going.
even give you a car.
They give me a car. They pay for my cell phone. They pay for
Yeah,
travel. I travel with them. Good money. Uh, small private business. I escalated very quickly with your good work ethic, and you felt like you had it all. But
damn, yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy, huh? I remember when you came one day and I think you were like, oh no, you were like, oh, I think I want to move to LA. And
yeah,
then I was like, he planted the seed in my head, and then I was still in college, and then I was like, damn, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave and leave everything behind and just move to LA
yeah.
because I
Left your
was like,
girlfriend. Left everything.
bro, I left everything. Like I started from nothing. I was homeless. Like I was actually homeless.
Yeah,
Like, and I remember waking up, and all you worry about when you're homeless, to be honest, is
yeah.
where you're gonna stay that night.
How does that test you when you're in a place? Like, what goes through your mind when you're
To be
tested?
honest, man, like for
Like no
like
job,
for real, like if I'm being
you
honest,
know?
it's a big emotional test. You have to learn,
Mm,
like if I'm being real, you have to learn how to regulate your emotions. If you can't regulate your emotions, that's not the environment for you because the environment of being homeless, like the first year I went there, I think it was 2016 or 2015, and then 2015 or 2016. The environment is like everything, there's so much uncertainty.
hmm.
Uncertainty everywhere. Not only do you not know where you are, you don't know where you're gonna stay, you don't know if you have a little bit of money, I guess you know that you're at least you're gonna eat a snack or you're gonna eat something. But then you're starting from zero. So there is no there is no opportunity as far as for someone like me to get emotional.
Yeah.
There's no room for that.
There's no room for that.
You have no
You're
time.
gonna cry and go back home.
You have no time. So uh when I did that, I thought, you know what? I gotta make the right moves and the right decisions. So eventually I got a place, and then I found a place. And once I found a place, I said, okay, that's one check mark. I got a place now, paying under the table. That's how it was, paying rent. And then after that, it was like I got to get a job, and that's where I met my ex boss, who I'm still like friends with. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Yeah, I plan to actually go back to Santa Monica this summer. I want
Yeah.
to go play golf with him.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
he plays golf
He plays
now.
golf
I
now?
was like, yo, I'm trying to go play golf
He's
in
a
Santa Monica.
retiree.
But yeah, man, like it's just
Like
it was just it
being
was
in a
just an
yeah, I mean
experience.
coming back from that, and coming back from your travel, what made you, I guess, like what skill set did you rely on when you came back?
This
Because
is
you had
yeah.
your college, but I mean, I find that
I'll answer that question, and then I'll definitely ask you the same question.
yeah,
The skill set that I relied on was implementing like metaphysical and philosophical truth, because our father used to be a pastor. So like our father used to be a pastor, so we were church kids, we were church boys.
Yeah.
They used to dress us the same.
Yeah, like twins.
Yeah, so I relied on implementing that, like those lessons that my dad taught me, because it's one thing to read a book and kind of wear it like a coat, like, yeah, I know wisdom, but wisdom comes from real life experiences, it comes from real life lessons.
Yeah.
So I had to actually apply that and then see the outcome and then make adjustments through actions. So when I came back, I didn't know.
Yeah, like
So when I came back
you
from,
almost
so
felt
when I
like,
came back from LA with all the experience I had, I knew that I wasn't as educated as other people, but I was educated in life through real lessons. Whereas like if I press this button, I know what's going to react in
yeah,
me. Where
yeah,
other people haven't had their buttons pressed. So they don't know how they're gonna react.
true.
They just know
Makes
theory. They
sense.
know theory. But I don't know theory. I know real life emotions. Like I know how to regulate my emotions, and I know how to make decisions now. I'm much more smarter. So I'm not out here pressing buttons without knowing what's going to happen. I know what's gonna happen
Interesting.
through real life actions, you know?
Yeah, I think that's interesting because,
Yeah.
I mean, where you are today
Yeah.
took a lot of time to develop, I find.
But tell them the story about how you what you first did when you went to LA after I lived there after a year. Like he moved down with me.
Yeah, I moved down there.
So tell him how that setup happened.
Oh, what I was doing there? I mean, definitely I left my job. I just had some savings and, I had
You had
to,
a car payment.
I had a car payment. I had like everything
nice
out
GTI.
here. Yeah, I had everything out here in Ottawa, but I still had to pay for. So I definitely had to get something going. So I asked you that question because, I mean, for myself, you when you're put in positions in your life that,
We have a family dinner in like maybe 25 minutes. Our families come over, but you have time. You have
that's
another
true.
like 8 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you're put in these positions that you have to, pretty much you're tested, as a human being to to see what you're made out of. I mean, can you make it out here being put here and voluntarily going there?
Let me ask you a question.
You know?
How did it feel to have everything in the bag, like secured, like with your coworkers at the company, to having nothing,
Oh, it's very scary.
to having
Oh,
no.
it was very scary.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable. It was a big decision. Like emotionally, it took a lot out of me to quit because it's so secure, and we're fed in this society that everything is you're so secure with your job, go to school, get an education, and it's great. It works because I mean I did it. It works, but
Did it, yeah.
but
Yeah,
it definitely it's not for everybody, but definitely it's scary, quitting, and it's scary leaving the money, and you feel like you're almost taking steps backwards when you do those make those decisions. So it takes a lot of courage, but you only have one life. You don't want to have regrets, and definitely that was a big part of my decision, just to kind of just see where life goes and be tested as a human being, to go out a different place and survive. And how are you going to survive off? Well, your skills. What skills do you have?
That helped us a lot, man.
You know
Living
what's
in LA,
yeah
living in LA.
what skills do you have? Like you start thinking about skills. You start thinking about, well, I'm just gonna.
So what did you do there? Tell me what you did.
I was
there.
doing painting. I knew
How
what
did you get into that?
I do when I knew. I always knew I was good at painting. Ever since starting with my father at 15 years old, with our dad, I just knew I was just good at it. I just loved the process. I loved the cleanliness. My dad was all the work ethic he taught us, all the organization. Like I'm organized in my own life, so it kind of like fit in. But it definitely working with my dad and learning from him was a big part
Yeah.
on where I am today.
Yeah. But tell them about your experience painting, where you painted.
Yeah, where I
That
painted.
was crazy.
That was
man.
crazy
Like, that
because
was
I was looking for a job. I applied a lot of places on Craigslist over there, and I got into.
Craigslist doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, Craigslist anymore.
I remember when Craigslist used to be so big, and
Yeah,
now it's just gone. Too
really?
much fishy stuff on
Too much
Craigslist.
fishy stuff. So I got hired by this company of Craigslist painting. because that's what I knew. I wanted to do painting. So I got into this company, and I remember I picked up the phone. I was riding down Santa Monica Boulevard, just shirtless, and I remember like having the best time of my life and worrying about how am I gonna, make money. And uh, this guy called me and he said, "Hey, we're willing to try you out. Couple of days. They don't want to guarantee anything over there. They're like a couple of days." And I started working at USC at the campus, which was great.
And then you got me the connect.
Yeah, and then I got him to connect to come paint with me because the first day they saw me, they were like, "You have a brother? Like, bring him over." They're like, "Bring him over, bring him over."
I have a brother.
I was like, "Yeah, I have a twin brother. Let's go."
And then I quit. I'm so sorry, Mike, that I quit.
Yeah.
But I had to quit.
And he was working with Mike at the time, but he learned a lot. And then we ended up working side by side at USC.
That was crazy. Painting dorms.
Painting random units in the campus, which was a lot of fun, a lot of exposure to a lot of things. And then and then from there I quit. I quit that, and then you quit too.
There was a huge altercation we had with the boss.
Yeah, a huge altercation with the boss.
Another podcast.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I started working privately with this his dad and his son.
That was crazy.
They were only working privately all over only Santa Monica, Beverly Hills.
I'm so jealous. You guys
Brentwood. A little bit in the valley, but mostly like in Hollywood. So it was great. I thought it was perfect fit.
And you had your GTI.
I had my car. Yeah,
GTI to you.
Exactly. I had my car at the time, and then obviously once they saw me paint, they knew I was the real deal, and I stuck with them until the rest of the time I was there. And it was an experience. They have different techniques over there on how they paint. And so it was very eye-opening to kind of...
You got real painting experience from like people that work in Beverly Hills and Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, yeah. I was doing like vanities and how they kind of like approached it and doing it by hand. And, it was really cool. Quite an experience. Quite the best experience of my life.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, man, we definitely learned a lot living in LA and then coming back. Because...
Yeah.
We learned a lot about ourselves by kind of leaving ourselves. And then when we came back, we were like, okay, we came back to ourselves, which was here, our real life.
Exactly. This felt always like home.
This always felt like home.
This always felt like home to come back here.
But we came back with just a different arsenal.
Yeah. We came back with like knowing this is it. This is what we're doing. We're doing painting. We're doing painting.
And then it was general though. We were like, we're doing painting, but we started to just
But we had all these goals and dreams. That's why it's good to dream. We had all these goals coming back and dreams. We're like, we're gonna build a business together. We're gonna work together in interior painting. We're gonna crush it. And like, we have the skills, but it's good to dream. It's good to because we didn't know we were gonna be here working in separate. We run two separate businesses doing the same thing.
I already feel like I made it, to be honest. Everything that I'm doing now. Just this episode, this podcast we just started on YouTube, the workshop we're doing, all of that is just a bonus to me. Just the fact that I wake up every single day and I get to refinish kitchen cabinets every week, that's already success to me.
Oh,
because making over 6 figures, spraying cabinets, bro, like how, and now we have a system.
And we have a system.
I can do this for the rest of my life.
Oh, absolutely.
And I will be the happiest man ever. So that's why I'm taking all of this that we're doing. It's fun.
It's fun,
and we meet people and we share everything we know.
We share and we want to give back because that's what it's about. A lot of people out here,
they need opportunities.
They want opportunities. I wish I knew people like us when I was starting. I would have went to the workshops. I would have I scrambled trying to see different YouTube videos on how people do stuff, but definitely,
And not a lot of people have brothers